This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're a person. Yesterday, me and my friends orchestrated a bar crawl. And that little sound effect you heard was from none other than Eric Striffler.
Howdy, howdy.
Eric, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to yourself as well.
Thanks. Because I guess I do the show every week. So in a way, I'm being welcomed back every day.
By the audience.
By the audience.
Welcome back to my ears.
Welcome back to your ears. Welcome back to me.
What were you just saying about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, right before we got...
As the theme song was playing, I heard in my headphones, why is this oily?
I think for somehow my Spindrift is a little oily. And I don't know why that would be. And I can't start to tell, no, that's oil.
What the hell?
I thought it was just the condensation of, you know, if you go in a cold room and you go to a hot room and all of a sudden you're sort of sweaty.
Yeah. You don't need to go to the cold room first. The hot room's probably going to still make you sweaty.
No, but it's sort of like you take something out of the freezer and put it on the counter, condensation wise.
Sure. Yeah.
That's science, bitch.
Mr. White.
Mr. White, why is my Spindrift
Dude,
oily?
I love Breaking Bad.
Yeah, man.
That's so sick.
Gustavo Fring.
That Mike?
That's I don't know, man. I just love the show. But I thought it would, but no, this does seem that there's a little bit of an oily residue.
Yeah, that's weird.
Let's see if I taste it. Oh.
Well,
maybe a little bit of an oil kickback.
What the hell?
But I don't know what type of oil. I can't think of what it would be. It is a little oily.
That's upsetting.
It could be canola, but that doesn't make any sense.
So anyway.
Thanks for being on the show, Eric. So anyway, yeah, we did a bar crawl today. Not as always. I was going to say as always, but that would be really sad.
As always, hungover.
Today, yeah, as always, we're hungover in the studio. Be unbelievably fucked up. But no, I am hungover today, and so is Eric.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling better now, but boy, this morning not great.
This morning was tough. I woke up at 6 a.m.
Oh Jesus,
it was a whole thing.
Yeah,
hanging out with my baby. And yeah, we did pull off the bar crawl of the century.
It was great.
It was the bicentennial
bar crawl. Yep.
Where
the
we
200th anniversary of the nicest day ever recorded. That's what we said.
That's what we were saying to people. But obviously,
not the hottest.
Eric,
the nicest.
The nicest. Eric, you know from guessing on the show, you know him for pretty much it.
Damn right.
Yeah, Eric, it's a real pleasure.
Nice
for you to be here.
It was always a treat.
And I was curious about your sort of life right now. What makes you perfect newly that you've been doing? What's a part of your life or a part of your routine or your part of your day?
Wow.
That you've been waxing on in a way that makes you feel snatched.
Huh. I didn't hear a word you just said.
That makes your wigs.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that and I didn't like that.
Yeah. What have you been slaying?
Honestly, I'm trying to think of anything. Nothing new. Nothing really different. It's just the usual. Because I drive for so long, of course. I've been living in a van for 6 years. It's like shower time. You know, like you think in the shower, I think on the road.
Sure,
while I'm driving.
On the road, open road.
And so I feel like I just have done enough thinking for everybody to sort of shut their brains off and let me answer.
Interesting. Got it. You've been shutting down emotionally,
Didn't say that.
Intellectually
Didn't
on the road.
That.
Yeah.
Nope.
So that's interesting. On the road, Jack Kerouac.
Yeah, actually, some great quotes in that. In that
great quotes. Great quotes.
We're okay, everybody.
We're okay, everybody.
Definitely feeling the bar crawl.
The bar crawl sort of creep up on me. I did have a mojito and then like 5 beers and a couple wines.
Oh God, you mixed and matched, man.
I mixed and matched everything. Although to be honest, though, I got to be honest. When people say, "Hey, liquor make you sicker," or whatever the hell they say, put a beer, you're in the clear. Wine.
That's not. They don't say drink a beer, you're in the clear.
Drink a beer, you're in the clear. That's always my philosophy.
Yeah.
No, but they say if you mix it all up, it's going to make you. But I don't think that's true. I think that's just something people say.
It does make me feel worse for sure.
You think so?
If I have like a mix of everything, absolutely.
To me, liquor is just the thing that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have liquor at all. So it's like,
I mean,
if you stick with liquor, you're also going to be fucking crazy hungover. I
guess so. Yeah.
Because of the sugar content is what they say.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. That's what it is. Beer before liquor, I hardly know her. So we have calls or?
No.
It's an intervention.
Everyone come in. Well, as always, everyone, before we get to the calls, because of course people are calling in and they need us to be our tip-top shape. That's why I have a Spindrift. That's why Eric has a Gatorade.
Oh, yeah.
People are calling from all over the world, over the country, all over the continent.
Are they actually able to call in from anywhere but the
Some people do call in from internationally, but here's what I'll say. Unfortunately, there was a WhatsApp number. It got fucked up. So on the docket coming up, by the way, everybody, I'm working on an international number. It's a little bit difficult because I had a WhatsApp number, but then the way I was doing it wasn't working. And I'm figuring something out because I would love to take calls from other countries because I think that would be really interesting. To have somebody from freaking France.
Oh, wow.
Whose boyfriend won't nut up or shut up.
Oh, man, she probably sounds so cute.
I mean, this is not a real person.
Sorry, did you say that he should...
No, ew, I'm going to bleep that. That's not what I said. That's so disgusting. I said nut up or shut up.
What does that mean?
That's what Woody Harrelson says in freaking Zombieland. With Jesse Eisenberg and Emma Stone.
Sorry.
And Abigail Breslin looking ass.
Thinking about season 1 of Bridgerton.
Abigail Breslin looking ass. Little Miss Sunshine looking ass.
You say that too, Abigail Breslin.
Fucking Abigail Breslin.
Sunshine looking ass. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I was in that as a little child. Like, what do you want me to do?
Signs looking ass.
Signs looking fucking ass. Well, as always, everyone, if you like the show, you can consider... no, I fucked that up. If you like the show, you can subscribe on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know.
If you like the show,
I guess consider giving it a review.
If you like the show, you can consider listening to the show. And if you...
Exactly.
If you like the show, you can subscribe to us on all the platforms so you don't miss an episode. Subscribe on YouTube, turn those notifications on, ring that bell. And if you love the show, you can join us on Patreon, where there's extended ad-free versions of every single episode, including this one, where we really dissect our hangovers, as well as bonus episodes every single Friday called Perfect Person Platinum, where it's wild and it's weird. And
which I might be on.
Which
I think I was just on.
You're on a couple of them.
Yeah. We recorded a couple.
We got a couple. And
First one was really funny, the George Bush one.
The second one was funny, too, I thought.
Well, I haven't listened back to it yet.
No, they both were great.
Yeah.
I call back people from the show, and I do weird little experimental fun things. Also on, to do some additional housekeeping, I am streaming on my YouTube channel, Miles Bonsignore. On YouTube, I'm making little videos and stuff like that. So you want to catch some streams, you can subscribe.
Idea.
What?
Miles Bonsignore B.
Why?
Instead of A.
Okay.
Miles Bonsignore C.
And you can follow the Instagram account to call into the show. Eric, let's get into...
All right. We got people calling in from all over the continental United States.
Continental United Slapes.
United Shapes.
United Slapes. All right, let's get into a real juicy one, Eric. This one's we're gonna need to put on our drama hats.
Oh,
drama alert.
Hi, Miles. I need advice on a situation with a boy.
Whoa.
Who my friend likes, and now he likes me and kissed me at a party recently and is kind of reaching out a lot, and I'm trying to figure out how to move forward without ruining my social life. So if you could help me, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
You start crying at the end of that?
She was weeping, actually. And as we sort of listened to that, I did get a hit of that oil.
Get some oil in the gullet.
What the fuck could it be? I'm going to have to check.
I got to tell you, I vaguely remember you saying it about the other beer you had. That was I feel like this is the second time you've had oil on.
Do you think there's oil in the fridge?
I don't know.
Leaking onto everything?
I don't know.
Motor oil.
God. Anyway, so that's interesting. So remind me, what was it exactly? It was her friend has a boyfriend.
I kissed a boy and
he
likes me, but my friend is actually crushing.
Wait, her friend is dating him?
No, her friend has a crush on him.
Just likes him.
And he kissed her.
Okay.
And it's her bestie.
It'd be really funny if we ask how old she is and she's like 40. They're all 40 years old.
By the way, I do think that some single 40 or somethings have drama like this. It's like you like someone in your friend group and they kiss someone else. What would you do?
I guess not. I guess find someone else to have a crush on.
Wow. Serial killer language. Let's call back this person.
Let's do it.
Find someone else.
That's my advice.
Find someone else, honey.
No, not her.
No.
She can kiss him.
Hello?
Hello. You called Perfect Person, and I'm here to call you back. How are you doing?
Oh my God.
Hit her with the fart.
Uh-oh. I'm here with Eric Striffler.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh my God. When I tell you, I was just on the phone with my family and I said, oh, I have to go. This is my doctor. Because I was like, this is an urgent call. I have to go.
Oh my, honestly, the doctor is in.
Now your family's worried that you're getting like bad news.
Yeah, so the doctor's on the other line with an urgent
It's
MRI
really,
result.
really important.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Dr. Miles, sorry, as we speak, I'm just sort of wiping oil off of my spindrift. I don't really, something happened, caller. What's your name? Or fake name?
Can I have a fake name?
Yeah, sure. Bleffany.
Love.
Okay, so
Bleffany Love.
Bleffany Love, I gotta be honest, for some reason there's oil on my can, but you didn't call about that, but I just need you to tell me a little bit of context about what's going on, who's Frenching who, and who's got a crush on whom.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I moved to a new city this year, and I have this like burgeoning friend. She's friends with my roommate from their hometown, and she works at a bar down the street from us. So we've been like hanging out at the bar a lot, and we sort of befriended like a lot of people at the bar there. Then 2 months ago, I go through a breakup.
Got it. Okay.
All of a sudden, this boy that's her coworker that she's had like a huge crush on is like obsessed with me.
Nice.
In a way where I was flattered.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
That's big flattering.
Yeah, but then the problem is that then we were at like a birthday party of mutual friends, and he just goes, I think you're really cute. And he grabbed me and kissed me, like in front of a bunch of people.
Whoa.
That's kind of hot.
That is hot.
I mean, if you were into it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was actually calling about, I called the police.
I called the police and he's in custody. I was like, okay, well, I guess. Got it. So he does this sort of big romantic gesture and you're into it, and there's a but.
Yeah, but the but is that she is there. My friend that has had this crush on him for like since August.
She witnessed this?
Like all year.
Oh, interesting. And this is, now to give a little bit of context about your relationship, this is your roommate's friend from the bar down the street.
Yes. But a friend that like I'm hoping to develop. Like I moved to a new city.
Yeah.
She's really cool. I'm trying to build friendship. So she's definitely like, she was my roommate's friend, but I want us to be good friends. Okay,
so you wanted to be good friends. Would you have made a move on this boy? Sorry, we're hungover. Would you have made a move on this boy had this not happened to you, or were you slow playing it because you weren't sure what to do about the situation?
Good question.
I was sort of just like ignoring him and I would tell him, be like, I'm friends with. Oh my God, bleep out her name.
Hey, Rob, can you raise that in the sequence?
I'm like, she's my friend. She's told him in the past that she likes him. I was just like, this is messy. You're nice and all, but like, it's messy.
Okay, well, here's the thing, all right? All's fair in love and kissing.
Hell yeah, dude.
And here's what the thing is. So we just did an air fist bump. You couldn't see because you're on the phone.
Miles air fisted me.
I air fist bumped him. We're going to add bump to that. So, okay. So when I wanted to say her real name. When this bartender,
not a bartender. Was she a bartender? I missed that.
She works at a bar, right?
Yeah, she's a
she does. That's right. Damn it. You got me.
They're all bartenders.
Caroline.
Yeah.
Caroline. So when Caroline professed her love to Bradley, who's the guy who Frenched you. In front of everybody. Frenching in front of everybody at the party. When he grabbed you and kissed you in front of everybody, Caroline was there. She saw it. Now, Caroline, you say that she professed her love to Bradley.
No, I don't think she did.
She did.
Oh, I missed that too.
She did.
Wow. Well, so then, and what did the guy say?
What
he wasn't
happened
interested?
there? What was that conversation like, and how did it end?
I was actually present for that as well.
Okay.
Everybody does this all in public.
Yeah, why is you guys are like in the rounds doing?
It's like a few months back. She's like inviting him out with us all the time, and then she's like, hey, you should come to a wedding with me. And he gives her a little like punch on the arm. He's like, yeah, it's bros. And we were all like, oh no,
that makes me cringe, man. That's tough.
And then it was like, no, like let's go, like I like you. And
this happened in front of you?
I don't know if I can live after that.
I think I'd just be like, I have, oh my God, I have a phone call. I have to leave.
My doctor's calling.
My doctor's calling. It's me.
I was very much like, oh no, my Uber's here.
You know, it'd be really funny if if she invited him to a wedding and he said no and then immediately kissed you.
It's all the same party.
Yes, it's all happening at the same time.
As bros, no.
So, by the way, what's weird about this is that it's pretty normal and cut and dry in the sense that, like, she asked a guy out, he said no, and that's kind of the end of it.
But I guess
the weird part, though, is that, you want to be friends with her, and she's going to be weird about it, I'm sure.
As a parent to a little baby, it can be hard to find things that challenge your little guy. And obviously, it's also important to pass the time. You're singing songs and you're playing with blocks and you're reading books, but honestly, that stuff starts to wear on me, and I want an interesting little colorful toy that's gonna change up the pace of my playtime. We've been getting these KiwiCo crates for my baby Julian, and he's absolutely loved the stuff. His favorite is the little cube that he gets to squish, and it crunches, and he is happy for that. And he also just got this little thing that he's been spinning and a marble's inside, and he goes buck wild for it, let me tell you. KiwiCo is a super cool subscription box for your kids that offers multiple lines of fun and enriching projects that are designed to spark creativity, innovation, and learning. They have developmentally appropriate projects for every child and interest level from newborn to teens. KiwiCo has developed over 2,000 projects in STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. One of the things I love about this is that it gives you a little roadmap for how your child is developing and what they're becoming aware of, and toys that are like, all of a sudden, your kid actually is gonna love this marble sound. Redefine play with KiwiCo. Right now, get 50% off your first month. Crates start at just $14 per month, plus free shipping on any crate line at kiwico.com, promo code perfectperson. 50% off your first month, plus free shipping at kiwico.com, promo code perfectperson. kiwico.com, promo code perfectperson. I've been using Masterclass to become the best professional that could possibly be, and Gordon Ramsay is teaching me personally how to cook like an egg. I'm obviously talking about Masterclass. I've found it immensely helpful and cool. Often I'm watching educational and or motivational content about productivity, about cooking, about how to do YouTube videos, about how to be a better artist. I'm watching that on the internet anyway, but what I like about Masterclass is it's giving me the cream of the crop, and it's all stuff that's vouched for and actually interesting and informational. With Masterclass, you can learn from the best to become your best anytime, anywhere, and at your own freaking pace. Everything from how to put sea urchin into scrambled eggs, all the way to freaking how to make a perfect YouTube video with Marques Brownlee. I've obviously been snacking on the Gordon Ramsay classes, but also the Marques Brownlee masterclass is really great because he sort of breaks down how he thinks about YouTube, how he makes videos, the types of equipment he uses. It's all very interesting to me, and I'm sure very interesting to anybody that wants a career in content creation. Gain new skills in as little as 10 minutes, either on your phone, computer, tablet, smart TV, and even audio mode to listen on the go. I found audio mode very helpful because I'm often listening to like informational, motivational podcasts about creativity anyways, and this is just the premium version of that. Get unlimited access to every class, and right now, as a Perfect Person listener, you can get 15% off when you go to masterclass.com/perfect. That's masterclass.com/perfect for 15% off an annual membership. masterclass.com/perfect. Okay, so I'm curious about, before you get into it deeper, she saw you, where did you leave the situation? And then we can work towards the future. So this guy kisses you at a party. She witnesses this. She saw it. Oh, she saw
She
everything.
like breaks a glass in her hand.
She saw it, and then it gets a little bit worse because he's my neighbor. So at the end of the night, my roommate and I are going. We're like saying our rounds goodbye. I was like, I need to get the hell out of here. And he's like, oh, I'll just hop in the Uber with you guys.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah,
and he did.
Yeah.
But
and
wait,
so
with
like,
that friend? No, not with that friend.
No, with the boy. The boy hopped in my Uber.
Bradley got in her
from the party where he
with you and your roommate.
Frenched me in front of this lady. Yeah,
gosh,
where he just Frenched me in front of this lady. And so she's like, oh, they're leaving together. And I'm like, no, I'm going to bed. And he's going to his home.
You said this to her?
No, this is what I'm saying in my head. She's messaging me then being like, trying to, I think, be cool with it, but I don't think she's cool.
So what did she say?
Stressed.
Do you have the messages?
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you guys are so interested in this. I feel
my
like
God, this is my kind of thing. I love hearing this.
My favorite thing about this is like, this is a Netflix show. It's like all of the dynamics you're describing, it's real. You couldn't write it. It's life.
Well, you literally can't write it now. You'd be a scab.
I'd be stealing. Yeah, you can't write it because of the WGA strike. You can't write this stuff.
She messaged me and she's all, oh my God, we have to talk about you and Bradley, LOL.
Oh.
What's the 411?
Okay, so
she did not say that. Hey, the 90s called. They want your entire thing back.
And I was just like, oh, there's like, I just went through a breakup, whatever. Like, you're my priority, basically.
Whoa,
that's great.
Yeah.
And she kind of tried to be like, oh my God, I told him just to be respectful to you. Like, you're my girl. You're not just some like, you know, bitch for him to disrespect.
Wait, sorry.
Like he did to me.
She's
like, he just never talked about you two. So he said that he told me he thought you were pretty, and I just said for him to talk to you. And I was like, I'm so confused by what's going down.
You guys kiss. She's messaged you this stuff. Now, it seems to me from the text messages that she still is into Bradley.
But she's being cool about it.
And she's trying. She knows that it would be wrong for her to say or do anything weird to you.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the energy.
Yeah, like it seems like the situation is that like she knows that she can't interfere. And now when you say that she said you're some bitch for
you're not
disrespect,
some bitch.
Did she say
I'm
that?
Not a bitch.
Did she say that verbatim?
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
I told him you're not just some bitch to say no to going to a wedding.
Yeah, and he kept saying, you know, this is just some bitch to disrespect. And I was like, no, girl. Yeah, so like that is like a little concerning. Now,
well, also, wait, here's a really important question.
Yeah.
Blephany, are you interested in Bradley?
Exactly.
Like, do you want to date Bradley or what?
So I don't know. It is true. Like, I got out of a messy breakup.
Yeah.
I think he's the only person I'd be comfortable with, like, pursuing that right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I just think it's messy. I don't think it's totally worth it. But now it's like, there's this bar I go to all the time that both of these people work at. This is a friend I want to develop. Like, this was a friend group I was becoming a part of.
Wait, does he work there too at the bar, Bradley?
Yeah, it's like a fucking sitcom, man.
It's a sitcom. Wait, did he French you like across the bar? No, this was at a party.
This was at a party outside of the bar.
How unbelievably inappropriate.
I haven't been able to like return to this bar since this happened. And it was like my place. It was like, oh, I'm a new little city girl. I have my bar. I have my friends at the bar.
It's where everybody knows your name.
Got it. Now, that sucks, too, because I get how valuable, too, like a community bar is that you know the people, you feel comfortable there, like that's your spot. So I get that you also don't want to lose that by pursuing this guy. I think the way that you have to do this is you just have to slow play it, and you have to I think that this friendship is worth pursuing with this bartender, not Bradley, with Caroline. I think that Caroline and you can be friends. She has some history there. So I wouldn't talk to her about the guy. I think that it would be like she probably is asking because she wants to know because she's had a crush on her coworker for a while.
Yeah.
And that is not really your business. How long have you known Caroline? Like, you guys aren't close yet.
Caroline. Sorry.
This is just
we met in the fall. Like I moved here in the fall and we met after that.
And this is a friendship you're trying to develop. You guys aren't necessarily that close yet, but it's sort of like a budding friendship, yeah?
Yeah, and she's definitely like close with my roommate, who I'm very, very close with. Like best friend here in the city.
I think you're gonna be okay. I think it's okay for you to casually date Bradley. I wouldn't like. I think there's a thing that happens sometimes where it's like, well, she doesn't have any quote unquote right to be upset, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like she may just be sensitive about, like she might be sensitive about it, and that's okay. Like she's had a crush on this person, whatever. So you can be cognizant of that. And if she says something that's like a little passive aggressive because it's like her id leaking out, then you can kind of ignore it.
If she sort of like slams your drink down at the bar,
no, not
really,
that.
kind of like a little too aggressively. Here, enjoy.
Or like,
bitch.
some bitch to disrespect. Like, to me, it's like something that she may do something along the lines of like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, Bradley's actually really like messy. She may like, you know what I mean? Like, that's something that
sabotage.
She may try to, and I think it would be a subconscious thing because she doesn't seem like a sociopath. But
she
it's
also
like,
doesn't have a chance with Bradley.
Yeah, like sometimes that stuff just happens when somebody has a crush on someone. In terms of any wrongdoing that you've done, I mean, well, I don't think that you've done anything wrong, although I am curious. No. I don't think you have at all.
Also, she didn't do anything. He kissed her.
He kissed you.
Not even close.
Like, I don't think you've done anything wrong here. I think that you're sort of a new to the group. I get that if I was Caroline, I might sort of be in a what an unfortunate situation conundrum. Like, this kind of sucks. I have a crush on this guy. What should I do? And what I would tell her if she was calling in.
Oh, yeah. What if Caroline called in?
If Caroline called in, I would just be like, hey, like, this is really unfortunate. Maybe you should distance yourself a little bit from the friendship with Bradley so you can recover. And probably what I would tell Caroline, wow, this is really me going head to head with myself.
Whoa.
In my own mind palace, me fighting my shadow version of myself. I probably would tell her to continue to be friends with you, but just to take it easy if it's hurting her to be friends with you while you're dating this person.
Could you imagine having to ask a second person to go to a wedding because the first one said no and punched you in the head or whatever it was?
On the arm, like a dad at a Little League game.
Punched you in the head. Like, I would just, I think you should.
Man, that's rough, Caroline.
I think that you should continue to pursue. You said she's friends with your roommate. I think that that's a great step to, like, if you want to be respectful of her, hang out with the three of you and be respectful of her boundaries and just let it cool off because this just happened.
Yeah. And do you want to know something crazy?
Yes.
Miles, is that he is my neighbor, and I'm so in my sitcom era because he lives down the block. And I've never run into him all year until this happened. I've run into him like twice a week since this has happened.
I love it.
Nice.
This is such a sitcom.
But also, great. Here's the real big answer. You go to the wedding with Caroline.
That's not bad.
Wait,
Not bad.
It's definitely the more interesting option. I mean, I think it's probably...
I'm going to go and I'm going to post a picture and I'm going to say Bethany and Caroline, and she's going to be like, what the fuck does that mean? I'll be like, just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Whatever you do, don't listen to a podcast then.
424-284-9614.
Bethany, what would you do if you found out, if Caroline one day was like, oh my God, I'm upset. There's this new podcast I found and I'm obsessed and I'm listening to every episode. Would you die?
Be like, I'm working my way up. I'm on episode 41.
I've literally thought about this when I listen to this, and I go, oh my God, I want to call in, like, how fun to chat. And then I'm like, I can't believe people air this.
Yeah, some stuff it is crazy.
Here's what I'll say: if someone is out there listening,
this
to
one's
this
fine, by the way.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. But also, if anyone is out there listening to the show and you have heard a story from an opposite perspective, call in. And
that's
or,
an episode.
You know what I mean? Yeah, if you're on the other tether of someone else's story, email perfectpersonpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So I know that you're there. Because I don't check that email that often, but if someone has told a story from a counter perspective
and you're like, I recognize this.
And you're like, I recognize this, and they're talking about me,
holy shit.
Email perfectpersonpod@gmail.com.
Wow.
So anyway,
yeah, that's just responsible journalism.
That's and as always, I'm a doctor, I'm a journalist, I am a fucking investigative detective. But I think, probably like be cognizant that Caroline may choose to distance herself from you, but it might just be temporary. And in the meantime,
sorry, the light turned
off.
Let
Caroline, hang on. In the meantime, like continue to hang out with her. Continue to like, you guys can absolutely be friends. She just might need a little bit of time. This happened 2 weeks ago, so she might just need time to let the crush simmer back to base, and then also you can like. Have her date one of your crushes.
So true.
Yeah, do you have any crushes that you could sort of like offer up as
from your job?
I mean, I guess. I think I work with a lot of married 50-year-olds.
That's irrelevant.
But
nice.
We could make it work with one of them.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Hey, I'm very curious to hear. I'm definitely going to be needing to call you back for the Patreon after show because I'm curious how it's going to go with Bradley and whether or not you guys are going to keep going on a little picnic.
And we got to hear how the wedding was.
And we got to hear the wedding with Caroline.
Oh, yeah. You'll hear how the wedding was, where I bought my guest dress.
Well, thank you.
I'll give you a fit check and an update on the situation.
Yeah. Gotta get a fit check. Bethany, thank you so much for calling in. You're the absolute best. And yeah, what a fun story.
Oh my God, thank y'all. It's so lovely talking to both of you.
Yeah.
Nice chatting.
Wonderful. Have a great evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was great.
I don't want to be insensitive, but I was going to say maybe Caroline could hook up with her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, that's not bad.
Imagine Caroline's like, I'm getting back at you by fucking your ex, and it's like, we're not
We broke
together.
up. An eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye. A Brad for a Brad.
An eye for an eye. She holds a party. Caroline holds a party just to kiss her ex-boyfriend in front of everybody.
But he pushes her away.
Oh!
That's like Caroline is taking L after L, quite frankly. I can't believe that. Do you want to come to the wedding with me?
In a group setting? We just go to a wedding together as bros. No, I'm
in love with you.
I'm in love with you.
That sucks because I love her, and he kisses her.
He slurps her up like
God, it's so. But again, I honestly, I feel like inviting someone to a wedding is one of those things where it's like, unless they're busy, they're always going to say yes. Like you would never ask someone that wouldn't expect you to. You know what I mean?
I also
like what? That's not like a surprise. It's not like prom. You know what I mean? It's not like I hope they say yes.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, do you want to go to this wedding with
it.
me? Yeah,
Yeah, sure. I'd love to.
With
unless they're busy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine someone being. Well, he didn't say no.
If I
but
was single,
he said as bro.
If I was single, I would go to a wedding with anybody.
Of course, I am single, and I gladly go to weddings with people.
Even people that are friends, people, whatever. Like, just go.
I shouldn't say this because now I'm going to get inundated, but I've literally had someone like Instagram DM me and say,
yeah, that's right.
Do you want to go to, I have a +1.
If
Do you want to go?
need a +1 to a
sure.
wedding, Eric will go.
That was, remember that was a thing that when I was, no, but it was when I was younger. It was when I was like in my late teens, I think, or maybe like early 20s. And I had an idea for not a business. It's almost more like a Netflix rom-com, but I was like professional +1 or something like that. Like that was my idea.
Professional +1's a good name for a screenplay.
Damn right.
Yeah. Wow, that's so.
Oh, and
funny.
I was thinking of it as like prom. Like I was thinking of it like you need a date to the prom. I'll come and rip it up.
I gotta tell you, man.
I'm not gonna do that now.
You can't be.
But I'm saying the idea was when I was like 19. I had the idea when I was like 19 or something. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to a prom this weekend.
It's an adult prom.
I do remember
That's fun.
There were kids.
We could throw a prom.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I have my 30th birthday's coming in September. I do want a theme. Prom is not a bad theme. But yeah, I remember at my prom there was a couple girls who had like 25-year-old boyfriends that they.
Oh, that's weird. No, I'm talking about like I was like maybe like 21 tops. I guess I don't know.
It was weird. I did when I was in high school. When I was 17, I did ask a 29-year-old woman to my prom.
You like the older ladies, huh?
She did. She almost considered it, and then she was like, "I can't be doing this.
I literally am not even allowed to be in 500 feet of your school."
Okay, we're talking about a roommate fight.
Oh hell yeah.
Hey, Miles, I need your help. So my roommates are fighting right now.
Oh,
they're in a big argument, and it's very dramatic. But the problem is the roommate that I am closest friends with thinks that I am on their side, kind of, and I'm not. They're wrong. They're very, very wrong.
This happened to me.
But I don't really know how to navigate that because I'm closest with the person that is most in the wrong, and it's been really awkward in the house. There's been like yelling and slamming doors and like I don't know. I'm just trying to like live. Send help, Miles.
Absolutely perfect.
Wow, this kind of happened to me. I won't get super into it, obviously, because it's like it literally happened to me.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember.
Literally happened to me.
Yeah.
We can get into it on the call. I'll
yeah,
save
that's
it.
so funny.
And I can say exactly what I did.
You fled into a van. You live in a van now. You don't have roommates anymore.
No freaking way, Miles.
Hello. Thanks for calling Perfect Person. I'm here to tell you about your roommates having a tiff. And I'm here with Eric Striffler.
Howdy.
Oh, my God. Wait, who are you with?
Eric Striffler.
Damn right.
Hi, I don't know who you are, but I'm so excited that you're here.
That's great. Let's do it.
Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to need to know what happened and what the drama was about.
So the drama is that I live with two people, and one of them is my best friend from college. And we've been living together for 2 years now with no problems. That sounds great, doesn't it? Well,
it does sound great.
So he started dating, he's polyamorous, and he started dating this married couple, which is cool, chill, like, whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm also polyamorous, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
But I don't like these guys. They freaking suck, Miles. They're
Big time. Big.
Yeah. They're like misogynistic and just like rude and just like generally bad people to be around.
That's a nightmare. But the married couple is?
Yeah, the married couple. This is relevant to the roommate thing, I promise.
Okay. Got it, yeah.
And ever since my best friend started dating these guys, he is also kind of misogynistic and rude and just like generally doesn't care about the other people around him.
Whoa, he Kirby'd it. He's sort of like
he's like Kirby, where you suck him in and you sort of go,
you get their powers.
And you get their powers. He absorbs the misogyny like Kirby.
Oh my God, holy shit. He did Kirby them.
He Kirby them.
The other person who lives with us is a coworker of his.
Okay.
So they see each other all the time. That's also important. He adopted a new cat from their place of work, from the dumpster.
So adopted.
So when you say adopted, it's not like I thought.
Rescued, quite frankly.
Course, he works at a fucking animal hospital. No, he just he found a cat in the dumpster and brought it home.
We already have 3 cats, Miles.
Okay, so the cat threshold is starting to sort of.
There's more cats than humans.
Yeah, we're approaching man on man.
Yes.
We're outnumbered.
Yeah, and his cat doesn't get along with any of the other cats now.
No.
That's a dumpster cat.
That's a dumpster cat.
Yeah, I know. Leave the cat outside. Anyways, I love cats, but sometimes outdoor cats are outdoor cats. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, sure. Especially a cat that was found in a dumpster.
Yeah, this goes on. I can't believe that you answered my phone call. I'm
fascinated, by the way. Well, I'm right, boots on the ground. I'm right there with you, and I'm excited to hear the conclusion.
Oh my God. Okay, and so this cat doesn't get along with our other cats, right? My cat is a sweetheart. He's just a sweet little boy. He gets along with everyone. Yeah. He's getting beat the fuck up by this new cat.
Whoa. No.
It's sad to see.
Yeah.
And the same thing is happening to my other roommate's cat, and so she was finally like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
Like, you're never home. He's never home, by the way, to take care of the damn cats. He's always at his boyfriend's house.
Completely.
So we're always like feeding the cats and shit. And finally, my other roommate was like, I don't want my cat around your cat.
Yeah.
So I'm removing her from the household.
Whoa.
So your roommate removed her cat.
Dumpster. Exactly. Not the problem cat.
No, not
okay,
the
sorry.
problem cat.
I misunderstood.
Your mood said, my cat is going to, I don't want to be around your children.
Can we get names for my roommate?
Your best friend is going to be called
Blephany.
Tim. No, Eric's trying to reuse name from the other call. Tim is your best friend. Tim's coworker's name is going to be Erica.
Tim and Erica.
Why?
That's perfect. I know a couple names Tim and Erica. That's bizarre.
Okay, so Erica removed her cat from the situation.
What's the cat's name, Miles?
Kanky.
Kanky.
Kanky. So Erica removes, is that the problem cat?
No. Cat? The problem cat's name is Daniel.
Daniel's a huge problem. Jesus. So Erica removes Kanky from the house. The next day, Erica's on the phone talking to her parents, I think.
And the parents' names, by the way, are George and Ramona.
Yeah, just so everyone gets a clear picture.
Erica's talking to George and Ramona. I hope you're following all of these names. So Erica's talking to George and Ramona, and she is absolutely screaming, crying about how she can't take not living with her cat. Her cat's her emotional support animal. She can't handle it. She would rather live in her car. And so here's where the issue comes in. Tim is mad at Erica for not talking to him about it. But the problem is he's become incredibly unapproachable.
Got it.
And so he keeps coming to me and being like, can you believe how hysterical and crazy she's being? I just I can't.
Oh, Tim.
And I'm being like, sure, Tim. Trying to nod along because I also live here.
Right. Yeah, you got to keep things chill. It's not your problem.
I wake up in the middle of the night to slamming doors and yelling. It's nuts.
Well, that's the life of being in a haunted mansion.
Yeah, right. Is there also ghosts in your house? I mean, okay, got it. So now I have a cool.
I live in a haunted dorm room once.
The haunted dorm room.
You lived in a haunted dorm room? I'm going to need you just 10 seconds about what that was like before we move on.
Okay.
You can't say haunted dorm room and expect that I'm not going to bite.
That sounds awesome. So anyway.
You're fishing and I'm a fucking salmon.
It's actually a very sad story. I'm not going to say the location, but the college that I went to, there was a very famous murder-suicide on the campus in the room that my roommate booked for us. She was like, it was the last one left on the floor. I don't know why.
The last one on the left?
The last dorm
on the left.
That is, wait, oh my God, that's so crazy. And you witnessed paranormal
But
stuff.
no,
We are so down the rabbit hole.
are.
And by the way, the ghost's name was Lauren.
Just because, why
Lauren.
not? Yeah.
We heard Lauren whisper sometimes. Like we would, because we had a connected dorm room with my roommate's boyfriend and his roommate, like through a bathroom. So sometimes we would like go through and be like, "What did you say?"
No.
And they were like, "We were talking."
No, fuck that. I got chills.
That's crazy.
But it was okay because we had an illegal dorm cat that we hid under our bed that kept us
so it's
safe
always
from
been
ghosts.
cats. It's always been, by the way, your problems have always been cat related.
And that cat's name? Lauren.
Lauren.
No.
No. Okay. I want to ask more questions about the ghost, but we got to stay on topic. Okay. So so you're going to have to call back in. All right. I think that I have a better picture of what's going on. So Tim is clearly in the wrong in every single possible way. I do think that, has it ever been considered that Tim maybe should give up the cat? That's when you say beating up, like Tim's cat is like being aggressive, hurting the other cats. It's making it like annoying and problematic, right?
Yes, but here's part of the thing. Is because of this fun little personality Kirby thing that he did, he like thinks it's funny now when the cats fight.
What the hell?
I mean, I think
like today I watched Kanky pull. No, not Kinky. What's his name? Daniel. Sorry.
Daniel, you fool.
Good Lord. I watched Daniel pull a tuft of fur out of my cat's neck.
Whoa.
And Tim laughed.
Ew, what the? This guy's a psychopath.
This guy's a fucking psycho. I'm sorry. I know this is like your old best friend or something, but that's really crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I also think that
my mom would agree with you.
Yeah. That's
and your mom's name is Pants. Pants. I said
Pants. So, okay, I think that you need to move out. Thanks for calling in. But like, this sounds so fucking stressful.
Yeah, Jesus.
No, it's fine. It's to the point where originally they were going to stay in this house together and I was going to move out and live with my boyfriend. They have both now, within a week of arguing, signed leases on separate apartments.
Oh, so this is not long.
So I'm staying in this house.
The issue is that Tim thinks that she's on his side.
Got it. With friends that are wrong. And I'm curious, actually, Eric, because you were in a similar situation. So I'll say what I think you should do.
I'll say what I did.
And say what you did. First question is, do you want to maintain a relationship with Tim? It seems like Tim has changed a lot over the course of your friendship.
Yeah, I think that is sort of up for debate.
Okay.
Maintaining a relationship with Tim. Yeah. So
that's helpful. So what I would...
You got to be careful. You don't want to look like a hate crime. Because like it's like, oh, what? As soon as I became poly... You don't want to spend time with me anymore. As
soon as I became poly and saved a cat from a dumpster, you don't want to hang out with me.
I promise if you know me, that's not the issue.
Yeah, Tim's like, you're poly. What the
what the hell?
Okay. Yeah. So I think that what I would do in that situation is approach Tim and just be like, hey, look, like this has been super stressful the last little bit, and I just wanted to talk things out with you. We've known each other a long time. I kind of feel like it was unfair the way that you've been treating our roommate. I understand that you have this cat and you want to care for it and stuff like that. But right now, like, I don't, and also being like, I don't like it when your cat is doing that stuff to my cat either. Like, I actually do get where Eric is coming from. I don't know. It just makes me super uncomfortable to have to kind of go back and forth like this because I feel like she's being mistreated. Mm-hmm. And I think that probably Tim will maybe react weirdly and kind of pathetically about this.
He might even call you a name.
He may even call you a mean name.
Yeah.
But I think that if you have any hope of maintaining a relationship with this person or salvaging what used to be there, you have to be honest. And because of the volatility that Tim has shown, you have to, when you're presenting your points to him, you have to present his points as well. So like, look, I know that you're stressed out. You're just trying to care for this animal. However, it has felt like this.
Yeah.
And I get that you want to protect this, but here's how this has affected me. Like, if you can kind of, sometimes I think when you have to have a difficult conversation, it's helpful to genuinely try to empathize with the way that they're thinking, even though they're wrong. So it's like, I get that you may feel this because that is something that would make sense. However, this is how it's presented. You know, because it's nobody in their mind is evil. And Tim to him is just like, well, look, I brought in a cat. Like, I had to save this little cute cat, and I get that he's aggressive, but like, you don't have to make me feel bad about my cat. Like, I'm just trying to take care of it. That's probably his perspective.
Yeah.
So I think that that's kind of like, you just have to be really soft, and you also have to know that like maybe you and Tim's friendship has reached a point where you need to not live together and hang out anymore. It sounds like Tim's got a couple problems. So that's my take. Eric, I'm curious how you salvaged your roommate situation.
Well, so I was living with some of, my best friends, whatever. And, but they were my best friends. Yeah, and we all kind of moved it together. Not the two of them necessarily.
You were the connector.
Yes, correct. And so that was awkward because, I was kind of in the middle of, they were having a thing. It wasn't my problem really, but if I was involved just because like they're my friends and we live together. But I'll tell you what, at first I was trying to help mediate it, and I wish I never got involved at all. That's the thing. Yeah, I was like, it's not my business. Why did I get involved? But I'll say this, the main thing here is that in terms of like someone thinking that like you're on their side and you're not going to deal, a while later, maybe months or a couple years later, whatever, he told me, he was like, it just didn't feel like you were on my side during that. And I had to tell him it felt that way because I was not.
Yeah, right.
I thought you were in the wrong.
Yeah, totally.
And it is what it is. Like, he wasn't happy to hear that, but like I had to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I thought you were wrong. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, no.
You didn't have to do any of that. Like,
I think also something, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're good about being like, I'm going to stay out of it. I've said my piece.
Better now.
And also like, communicate about other stuff, but not discuss that one thing because it's like not your quote unquote business.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you still hung out with that friend doing like regular friendship stuff. You just were like, that part is walled off. We're not discussing that.
It's also, and it's like, I don't know why you did any of that. It's none of my business, whatever, man.
Exactly. So I think that, those are the sort of two takes. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think that definitely letting him know how it affects me, because I don't think he's really thinking about how it's affecting other people, just to be like, hey, I'm in the middle of this.
Right.
I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Also, I thought of one other thing. Miles, this is going to make you mad. He brought it to the D&D table.
Oh. Do you guys all play D&D together?
Yeah. And he brought it up that he was like, I can't believe Kara's like been crying and like not talking to me and she's being so like crazy. And everyone at the D&D table was like
record scratch.
Yeah, that's so uncomfortable.
Literally.
Why that? What's thou discussing?
I've got a hot.
Everyone says like stay in character.
Yeah. I cast fireball. I think that if you ever catch yourself, if you're a listener out there and you ever catch yourself complaining that someone else is crying too much, you need to fucking get a grip.
You might be an asshole.
You must be an asshole if. Like,
Thank you, actually.
That's crazy. Like, to me, it's also just like, look, there are lots of people that are sensitive. Sure, I get that. But if someone is experiencing something, whether or not you agree with them, don't be like, yeah, they're fucking crying. Clearly, they're going through something.
Like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's like they may not be right. They're crying, maybe misguided. Like maybe they're crying for the wrong reasons, or it's something else that they're putting on this situation.
You don't need to criticize.
But you need to criticize somebody for being like an emotional wreck.
Yeah.
Like I just think that's so
kick
crazy.
Them when they're down.
Yeah, kick them when they're down. It's just like, yeah, okay, obviously. Like he could just be like, yeah, like it's hard being at home. It's a little bit tense.
Yeah.
Like I think that it actually really does matter the way that people complain about their interpersonal conflicts. Like you have to, if I don't know, I try because like, look, talking shit can be really fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Of course it can be. Yeah, buddy.
Nice.
But
Gossip
I think
is important.
Talking shit is important, but I do think that like sometimes you have to, and when my friends talk shit to me about that stuff, I'll try to just be like, okay, yeah, but like the way that you just said that, like here's what they're probably thinking.
Right.
And I'm sure that that's annoying sometimes, but I find that like if you get into too much of a habit where you're just like, oh my God, this person was fucking crying and they're crazy, and then you respond with just like, yeah, that's pathetic. Like it's just like, wait, what are we doing? Like we're like the villains in a high school movie. This is psycho. Like we can't be operating as adults in this world like that.
I feel like high school.
Yeah, it's just like not, you know.
And we're in our mid-20s and they're older than me.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, obviously, you guys, this is not long for this world, though. You guys are all moving out, right?
Yes, thank God. I'm just trying to figure out how to survive it.
How long are you in this space?
Until the end of August.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, to get to, Okay, someone's going to die.
So here's what so I do think you should talk to Tim. Talk to Tim, and at the very least, Tim is the aggressor in this situation. Erica is going through an emotional struggle.
Yep.
So
Keep going.
Ramona and George are supporting Erica because Daniel is destroying Kanky. So I think that you need to tell Tim, just like, hey, regardless of whether or not you're right, she is really upset and it is not helping for you to be aggressive. And you just have to show a little bit of empathy, even if you don't disagree. You don't have to talk to her. You don't have to be friends with her. Just like you're being aggressive in this situation, everything needs to cool down. You can talk to Erica and just be like, hey, like, I just want to be here and say, like, I'm sorry that this is also stressful. We had to live with each other for a while. Let's just try to simmer down the energy here. Because, like, it's okay for people to not get along. It's okay for people to not be friends. That's all fine. But you just want it to, when you go walk in the door, you don't want your home to be a place that, like, you are afraid someone is going to come out of their room.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Jesus.
That is psycho, and it's so stressful. And I get that. So, like, whatever you have to do, it is not your job to resolve this conflict. It's just your job to turn down the heat on both people. So that we can all watch Bones in the common room.
Love
in the haunted common.
In the haunted common room where Lauren, final name, is.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for calling in. That sucks, by the way. What a stressful situation.
Yeah, jeez.
I'll survive.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You're also being haunted. So
that's what Lauren said.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for calling in. Best of luck with everything.
Good luck, yeah.
And you're the best.
Thank you so much. I just want you to know that I listen to your podcast all the time, like when I'm getting ready in the morning, and it feels like I'm just talking to friends.
Oh,
like I'm just listening to friends chat.
That
is
so
nice.
The nicest compliment. That's exactly how I want the show to feel. I really appreciate that.
That is just what it feels like, and I love it so much. So thank you for this show.
Wow. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. And you have a fantastic evening.
All right. You as well.
All right. Bye.
You're real comfortable saying have a good evening. You don't know where the I hate to curse she lives.
If you're not listening at night, delete the show. Everyone unsubscribes. Wait,
no.
Listen in the morning.
I definitely. You'll have to get back in touch about that haunted dorm room when I'm back on.
Have you ever experienced a real haunt?
Save it.
For the spooky? Can we tell people what it's going to be?
They already they figured it out. They're not stupid.
We're doing a ghost story call-in episode.
That's okay. Start thinking about your ghost stories out there, folks.
That's right.
Solving a ghost, a murder mystery.
Here's what I think you should do. Put a cross in the holy water and call me in the morning.
Holy shit. I love that.
What's your advice? What should I do? Okay, so you're going to want to
burn the house down.
Finish the unfinished business.
A ghost calls in.
Find his daughter.
Oh my God.
It seems when he died, it was in an orchard.
He left a message behind. Oh man.
Well, we got one final segment. It's a segment we like to call Get Real.
I love this music. It's great.
Thanks, man.
Have you come up with lyrics for it yet?
Na, 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 na. Don't you wanna get real? Don't you wanna get real? Get real, get real, get real, get real. It's
time
Karma Police
to share your feelings. Unfortunately, I have nothing, but go ahead.
Okay, so
this is a tough segment for you to do with me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you got to come up with something.
A man with no code.
A man on the run, maybe the happiest person you know. Good luck, go ahead.
A man whose primary piece of advice is don't give a shit about that.
That thing.
I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Okay.
I do love this music for real. It's great.
If you had the opportunity to get onto a fucking ship and go to a new planet, but you could never come back.
Yes, I would do it.
You would do it?
100%. I would hop on that Mars trip.
That.
I think that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. Whatever. But I don't think I would do. I think I'm a little busy now, Elon.
If Elon calls you up,
I can't go to Mars today. No, I think what an opportunity.
If not now, when? If not,
no, I definitely wouldn't do it now. And also, there's a high chance you wouldn't even make it. Really, that's a scary thing. But I've definitely thought about it because that's like a classic question. And when you hear about like going to Mars, I think people do think about that.
Yeah.
Like it might not be a round trip thing.
No, it probably wouldn't be.
Probably wouldn't be. So it's like, yeah, no, I think that would be. How could you turn? That'd be tough to turn down, man.
That's interesting because
also, I'm saying that now as a single man.
No, right, sure.
You know, if I someday have a family or something like that, maybe I wouldn't go. Yeah.
To me, it's an interesting question too because it's like it might not be that fun. But it would be
interesting. Though.
Well, it would be interesting,
Man.
but like it would be like you're creating history.
I don't even care about that.
Remembered. You don't even care about it.
No, fuck that. It's all. I would just want the experience.
You just want to sit around in the moon rocks and play basketball.
First guy to shit on the moon. No, Mars. Sorry, someone has definitely shit on the moon.
Or at least in the moon's orbit.
At the very least.
I don't think I would go, but I think that like to me, like it's one of those things where. Do you ever get that feeling where when you think about space, it makes your like bones quiver?
No. What is it? What are you good?
I have to go. I think I have to go to the hospital. It's literally like when I think about
get up, Miles. The lights are off. It's getting scary in here. There you go.
When I think about like the idea that we're on a planet and you zoom out from the planet and we are around the sun and there's the moon and like the Mars, and then if you zoom out even further, like when I think about the scale of the universe.
You're getting into that thing where like you look at your hand and wonder how it exists.
No, when I think about the scale of the universe and being like, I'm going to download a podcast onto my iPhone and like I was even thinking about that.
You're kind of describing a good, like that's kind of how it feels to me where it's like everything's, like most things are going to be all right because of that. Like, how much does this like one thing matter? I don't know, whatever.
No,
I get what you're saying.
But it's just the scale of it does make my bones quiver. Where I just am like, the scale of it makes me feel like, holy shit, like it's so big and massive, and we're just such a small part of it.
Buy it a nickel.
Honestly, about your hog.
Those lyrics?
Lyrics to this song.
You're still writing lyrics?
About your hog. Like the scale of it makes me, but honestly though, I do think that that's a good motivator for your philosophy of don't give a shit about a lot because it's such a
and people have actual problems. I don't, so I don't have to worry about like. I wouldn't say don't give a shit to like a real problem. To be clear, I want to make that crystal clear.
Of course,
I think that's obvious.
But I think that the macro philosophy.
A lot of things are not that big of a deal.
I mean, I think about that all the time. Just being like, oh, what am I going to be scared to like? Think about if people. I mean, it's hard because people like stage fright, but it's like, what am I going to be scared to put a video on the internet because it might fail? I'm like such a small fraction of the greater context that it's like, no, that should not make you afraid. It should empower you to be like, look. This is the opportunity right here in front of me. Yeah. Like, and
we're here for a blip of time.
Yeah, and
like,
that might not power other people up, but it powers me up.
I get that. Yep.
Like,
I get that.
I think it just powers me up to be like, oh, I have the opportunity to do this right now. This is the treat thing I was talking about. I have the opportunity.
Was that the beginning of the episode?
It was maybe the cold open.
Yeah.
I was saying, I have the opportunity to get a cookie and a snack right now. And if I get hit by a fucking Velociraptor jet tomorrow, then I'm gonna need to have gotten that cookie, to have gotten that cream.
What were you getting?
To have gotten
what did you get hit by?
Coffee.
got that cream.
Jet with a Velociraptor in it, like the Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh, Velociraptor flying the jet. Got it. Yeah, sure.
If I get hit by just some crazy thing, then it's unexpected, and I evaporate into 1,000 pieces, like in The Boys. Then I'm gonna be like, man, I wish I got that cookie.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, you know what? Here's the way that
the philosophy does not always track though, because I think.
All of this is, not general advice or anything, but what you're describing...
Have a cookie every fucking second.
I mean, that sounds like a good life to me. Little milk for me? I refer to this as I'm a deathbed thinker. On my deathbed, will I be like, oh, I'm glad I didn't do X or Y or Z or whatever? You know, on your deathbed, no one would be like, I'm really glad I didn't put myself out there. I'm really glad I never did that thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
trying
just
something
do it.
is
Who cares?
always trying
and fail.
Yeah,
like
right.
now we're getting into creative stuff, but it's like Try and fail. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
like,
no
whatever.
one's going to be like, I shouldn't have done ballet because I embarrassed myself.
I'm really glad I never embarrassed myself by really dancing big at that wedding.
Yeah, it's like no, of course
you
not.
should,
Like,
you should have done that.
I mean, it's to me, it's like, yeah, it's always easier to not do something than to do something.
Yeah.
Doing the thing's always going to yield a better result. It's either going to be a failure and it's going to be a fun story,
Damn right.
or you're going to learn something, or it's going to be a huge success. And like all of those things are part of the deathbed thinking of just being like, well, I'm glad I tried it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my deathbed will be on Mars.
Yeah. He'll be buried underneath Elon's jet.
Is it landed on?
You're in the first Mars colony. You taking a shit.
Oops.
We killed one of the first
God,
colony.
the first person to die from a stupid reason on Mars, that's gotta suck.
Choking to death on a meatball.
On a peanut.
On a peanut. I didn't know what to shell.
Why they brought meatballs to Mars? Now that is a kid's book.
Meatballs on Mars. Well, everybody, thank you for listening to the show. Eric, what are you working on right now? Where can people find you?
You can find me on pretty much it.
That's right.
Yeah, we're watching. Oh God.
Okay, we got to watch another one tomorrow.
Yeah, we're watching the Baby Geniuses movies, of which there are 5.
Which they are. And if you remember, the first one was, I guess, like kind of good. You were wrong. And then if you were wondering, like, but I guess the second one is like a little better. And
no, God, no.
And if you're wondering, are there Nazis in those movies? Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, the whole, I would say arguably, the inciting incident for the whole thing is that the Third Reich had a scientist who spilled chemicals on him. And that's not me exaggerating.
And he stayed a baby forever.
Yeah, literally.
Or more like a 10-year-old in a diaper.
Yeah. And if you're wondering if there's all sorts of horribly racist caricatures.
Yeah, don't even get into it.
And yeah. But yeah, check out pretty much it. Check out Eric's stuff. We're always doing stuff over there.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for doing the show, man. You rock.
Thanks for having me. How you feeling, by the way? I'm feeling better.
A little bit better.
Feeling better.
Spindrift helped. I think the cookie helped.
It was the oil.
On the oil, yeah.
It got a little oiled up.
Oiled up Spindrift.
A great song title. Great band name.
Oiled up seltzer, baby. Well, yeah, guys, if you have any questions or conundrums, just remember that perfection
is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.